morning, New York City, and everyone else. We are a day away from what we have been looking forward to, and some of us not looking forward to, a very, very long time. It is, twas the night before election night, and all through the land, everybody was stirring. We're all going to move to Candyland. Yeah, so it's November 2nd. Tomorrow's election day. Woohoo! Get out, vote. Rah, you kids stay in school. Don't do drugs. It's exciting, right?
Can
Anxiety.
you do drugs at the voting?
Exciting.
Are you allowed to do drugs at the voting?
No, but my question to you is, are you allowed to take selfies while you vote?
No, actually, you're not allowed to vote.
I didn't think so.
Actually, Justin Timberlake got in trouble for that.
That's right. I knew somebody did. Someone famous did. But how are you supposed to know? Unless there's signs everywhere. How would you know something like that?
It says...
Do not take...
I think it's very clear.
But there are other places where it says that loud and clear. Like in my therapist's office, it says, do not be on the phone. And I'm always like, listen, Marty,
do not
hold
be
on 1 second.
taping...
What does that thing say? Oh, do not be on the phone. It's okay. Anyway, what else is going on? Like, I'm bad with it. The phone is like an extension of who I am. Anyway, I was in the process of talking to Lance about, just before we went on live here, about this event I attended Saturday night, which was 16 hours past my bedtime. So I thought for sure I would never remember it by Monday. But it turns out I do remember it. But the event is not nearly as newsworthy. Well, of course it is. It's actually more newsworthy than the story I've chosen to tell you about the event. Our good buddy that was on the other day, John Levy, hosts these amazing influencers dinner where he gathers random people who don't know each other, but they're all doing incredible work in life, in their fields, whatever it is. And everybody comes together and they don't tell each other what they do for a living. They can just sort of exchange their first names, and you really get to know other people outside of your field who are as, crafted and smart and interesting as you are. Anyway, after the dinner, he opens it up to an even bigger event where it's that plus like 70 people, and you all come together and you really get to meet other people, and everyone's working on some fantastic project in some capacity. And I was blessed and so lucky to have been there. But everybody I was out telling Lance was working on, really big things. Like one guy was like, so I'm working on this project to go to Mars, and someone else was like, I'm curing cancer, and someone else was like, oh, I'm designing an island, like literally these. So I was like walking in with my chest puffed high, like, oh, I can't wait to tell people about my show. I do the Jenna Wolf Show. It's gonna be fun. And the more people spoke, I'll admit I was a little insecure. I basically sat on my butt for 4 hours and waxed poetic about gosh knows what half the time, but still, it's a skill. I don't know if it's the most skillful of skills, but it is a skill. Anyway, I was like, you know what? What's that?
It's entertaining. It's
entertaining, if nothing else. Often, not often actually, sometimes. So,
what's with the self-deprecating?
That's my thing. I'm self-deprecating. I've always been that way. It's gotten me this far.
Okay.
Anyway, so at the end of this big event...
welcome Jume Oleg. It's their first day on Periscope. That was a message from Periscope.
Good morning, Jume Oleg. That's a great name, actually. Yeah. That's like, what's his name, the football player? Jay Olay? Jay Olay. J-A-I-J.
It's actually Jay Alou, Jose Bautista's agent.
Oh. Anyway, let me just... Anyway. So we get up after all this, and he's like, I'd like to call a few people up. Anyway, he picks on me. I was like the kid in class that you're like, don't pick me, 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 and then they pick you. You're better off saying, pick me, and point to yourself. It's the best way to not get picked. So I stood up, and for a split second, like a very brief moment, I was a little insecure about what I was going to say and how I was going to, place myself up there along with everyone else is what I'm doing. And then I thought for a second about this great quote that I used to, it might have even been in my high school yearbook, I don't remember, but I came across it many, many years ago, many moons ago, and I never forgot it, and I'm sure I'll botch it right now. But there are two kinds of human beings in this world, so my observation has told me, namely and to wit as follows. Those who could reveal the secret of the universe to you and failed to impress you with any sense of the news, and secondly, those who could tell you they just purchased 10 cents worth of paper napkins and make you thrill and vibrate with the intelligence and the humor of it all. Right? So what's my point? My point is sometimes how you say something is as important, if not more important, than what you're actually saying. Now, is that really true? No. But sometimes in life, you have to make it true. So I figured I was concerned for a split second that what I was going to say was not nearly as important as everyone else, so I figured I was just going to nail how I said it. So I stood up, and I was like, what am I good at? Well, this is what I can do. I speak clearly. I command a room. Where are you going, Connor? Are you getting coffee already? You're amazing. Can I get an almond milk latte?
Yeah, I'll bring almond milk and stuff.
No, you can just get an... Here, take money. No, take money. No, it's Connor. Connor is not putting himself through school. He sleeps on the street. An almond milk latte.
Okay.
Then you don't have to bring any extra almond milk.
Okay.
No sugar, nothing. Thank you. Anyway,
By the way, did you see what kind of a good job he did on Friday?
yeah, he did actually a really good job. And remind me to tell you how many people are asking me about Lance and Connor. How are Lance and Connor? As if they're like extended members of my family right now. which
We're
you
not
pretty
extended
much are.
members
You
of your
are.
family?
You
I
actually
mean,
are.
like, I'm insulted.
No, don't be insulted.
That
You
was just insulting.
You're right. And
I'm insulted just because it
apologies.
was insulting.
that was
When
very insulting, and I apologize for that. It shouldn't have been.
you have no idea how many people ask me about Jenna.
Did
as
they?
if she's an extended member
Member of
of
your
my
family.
family. And I'm like, of course she's an extended member of my
yeah,
family.
we are. We're related. Anyway,
Welcome,
so
Nedu Dinek, his first day on Periscope.
Everyone's first
Periscope
day, I
has
love it.
apparently introduced first day on Periscope because Al Nakbiji is his first day on Periscope. I'm sorry.
Nice. Well, welcome. It's good to have you. You probably have no idea what the heck is going on. That makes two of us. Anyway, my point is, I got up and I very clearly and in a very funny and loud state, I described the show a little bit, and I talked about interviewing John and made eye contact with all 75 people in the room, and it was really.
How do you do that?
It was
Because
good.
you're actually really good with like hitting all three cameras at the same time.
Yeah, because if you're sitting in an audience, right?
Yeah.
You don't realize it, but if you're in an audience and someone's on stage speaking, all they have to do is make eye contact with you, and you're hooked. Right now, there's this thing that you don't want to look away because you wonder if they're going to come back to you, and you want to make sure you're focused, and you feel like they're actually talking to you, even if it was just a nanosecond that they locked eyes with you. So imagine if you can do that with every single person in the room. That's how I grab people. I will make sure that if I'm talking, everybody's listening. And if they're not listening, I will figure out some way to say something differently, or to speak differently, or to change my volume, or to change something that I'm doing to make sure I command a room. Now, it doesn't always work, but that's the goal. So I want to make sure everybody's included, and
taught
I'm
you
not
that?
just talking to one person.
How did you figure that out?
Figured it out. You have to figure, I mean, I give a lot of speeches, and it's very important to me that people are listening, and I'm beyond, like, I mean, I could have 3,000 people, and if 2 people are having a conversation, that's all I focus on. Not because it's distracting, I don't care about that. I wonder why what I'm saying isn't interesting enough, and I want to make it more interesting for you. Like, I want to make sure that what I talk about is something everyone there came to hear, you know? So, anyway, that's that. But I spent yesterday with my folks. It was my parents' birthday. Happy birthday, Sheila. Happy birthday, Bennett.
And your mom actually had said, good morning, Jenna, Lance, and Connor. She
Yep.
had the whole family.
She has the whole
She had the
family.
ganze Mishpucha.
Yes. So my mom had the pleasure of being born on November 4th. My dad, November 6th. We celebrated it yesterday. It was
Actually,
very nice.
My grandson's second birthday. Yes.
Oh, happy birthday.
So he shares a birthday with
Bennett or Sheila?
Sheila, the 6th, you said, right?
No, Bennett's the 6th.
Bennett's the
Sheila's
6th.
the 4th.
And my grandparents' anniversary was
Oh,
the 5th.
nice.
So
Look at this. And it was the New York
we're-
City Marathon, which we'll talk about later. And if Josh Glad is watching, make sure you let me know you're watching, because I'm sure you have something to say about it. Anyway, so I was with the family, and it was like, how are you? Good. How's Lance? What's he up to? What's Connor doing? Is Connor going out with anyone? How was his date? I go, you guys get that they're not actually related to us. Like, you asked me about one question, and I got 14 for Lance and 12 for Connor. They all watched the lovely job you did on Friday up at the World Trade Center.
That was a
One
nice.
World Trade
That was a
Center.
nice.
It's called One World Trade Center.
One World Trade Center. It was actually a little
Well,
like.
for people that don't know, I wasn't here on Friday. I actually shot a TV show, which is very cool. It's the only thing Lance lets me leave for, because they're paying me. No, and so
Actually, you're leaving on Wednesday for something else. Also,
that I'm
that's
going
not
to
a
say.
TV
I'm
show.
giving a big speech at the New York Times. I don't leave for little pitsky things. I leave for
Right?
things
No,
that are
no. It
important.
was.
And I bet everyone I hope that everyone at the New York Times is going to be making eye contact with me when I give my speech. What was I saying?
We were talking about the.
Oh yes, on Friday. So
Observer
Lance
Party.
had the brilliant idea to take all of you to a place where a lot of people who don't pass through New York, even many who do, don't get a chance to go, which is up to One World Trade Center, to actually take in New York City from a beautiful, quiet, lovely, respectable distance, which is how high up?
It's like on the 100th something floor, but I have to say it was like being up there and just like watch like the people like that jumped out of the World Trade Center. I just kept on thinking like when you saw like the view from how high it was, that for people to actually
So for someone to make a choice to jump out of there, like imagine what the alternative was, right?
I mean, it was just like insane. It was
crazy.
Like really, it was heartbreaking. I mean, it was really just like thinking about those people. But
well, I drove down there to get. I was shooting in Brooklyn, and I drove past there, and they've really. I mean, I haven't been down there in a long time, but it's been 15 years now,
yeah,
which is unbelievable. They've really built it back up. It's absolutely gorgeous. If you're coming through New York, it's not hard to get up to. Please go check out the observatory up there. Lance took the live cameras and really spent a couple hours just taking it all in, which was thank you. For
a couple,
you and
4.
Connor.
It was 4 hours.
Oh,
We actually
I'm well aware
we
of the
found
time.
we actually found a power source, so it was interesting. We had the
needed that.
power source and a Wi-Fi.
Mm.
It was cool.
Well, a lot of people commented and told me that they saw and that it was really neat.
Yeah, I think
including
there's
my
a lot
parents.
of interesting things in New York. Yeah, I think for us to sort of go and bring things like the museums and stuff to people would be very interesting.
A couple places I would love to go with you, where we can do South Street Seaport for sure.
Yes.
I was just down there for dinner the other night. It was really cool, and I used to go down there
Beautiful
all the time.
Yeah.
It was really nice, and then there's some really cool places in Brooklyn as well. We can go all over the place.
Yeah.
Or the
Have phones will travel.
the cloisters.
The cloisters.
Cloisters.
I used to go to
That's up in
school
the-
in Riverdale,
Oh, okay.
across the street from some place called Wave Hill, which is just like one of the nicest parks you'll ever see.
Oh, yeah?
It's gorgeous.
Let's do it sometime.
Yeah, we should go up there. I hadn't thought about that, but when you said
All right,
the
we'll do it.
cloisters, it's a lot here. New York's a big, interesting place.
Plus, if you know any places, like say on top of your roof with heat lamps, or a really cool storefront that has something that I could eat on this fish dunk in a diet, let us know, and we'll come
Yes,
to our show.
I would actually say, I was telling you earlier, this Verstunkener diet is harder than keeping kosher.
It's a hard diet. It's a hard diet because
You can't find food, especially like I can't find the nuts. Like that's really
right, because you're allergic to a lot of things, so it's
Right.
hard for you. It's hard for me too. There are no good snacks on my diet at all. But last night I took thin sweet potato, and I sliced it super thin, little olive oil, salt, and pepper. Put it in the oven, and I used it as like a sandwich.
Yep.
And I put a little almond butter and like
That's
a little cinnamon. It was actually delicious.
right. Like put some meat on there.
Right, you can put
You
some
can put meat
there.
on there and cut it up.
It'd be
It's
perfect.
yeah. Any salad I get now, I actually do the same thing. I slice up potatoes and I
Yeah.
just put hot potatoes into my salad.
Yeah, it's great.
And it's really good.
It's great. But look, even if you're not, like I just heard from Aviva, so she didn't lose much weight, but she's also a chef, so she knows how to get creative with food. You and I are like dunces when it comes to food, so we don't really know what we're doing.
I've actually lost 4 pounds. I was complaining about
You lost
4 pounds
pounds?
now. Yeah.
Ugh. Anyway, my point is, you're just eating, at the end of the day, you're eating so well. Nothing processed is going in your body.
Second, somebody's John from Cherry Hill is asking, you guys have potatoes on this diet?
Yeah, you should have sweet potatoes over white potatoes, but I guess you're allowed to have white potatoes.
Yeah, you're allowed to white potato. I actually get, it's 110 calorie for like the medium-sized potatoes. They're only 110 calories.
No, but you can eat it. You can afford it. You
But
look
like
fantastic.
110 calories, not
What's
a lot
that?
of calories. I need
Right.
it. Like, I mean,
You need the
I
calories.
I eat 5 of these potatoes a
Have
day.
the calories. You could use the calories.
Thank you.
Speaking of which, my mom looks great. Mom, you lost weight. I just want to tell you, she's finally fitting into jeans that I'm now like giving her to wear. She looks amazing. I told you she was been on a diet for like 5 months now. Then she went on that cruise to Boston, and she came back and she gained 2 pounds and lost it again.
John from Cherry Hill is saying that potatoes are a bad night shade food. I don't know
Okay.
what that means. But Jenna, then he said Jenna will know. And I will actually say that on Jenna's regular diet, which we will be discussing later today, not to
Yes, we
foreshadow
will.
anything, she's never been pro potato.
I'm pro sweet potato, but not too much of it. Depends what you're trying to do. If you're trying to get healthy and just eat clean, sure, potatoes are fantastic.
potatoes are better than M&Ms.
Potatoes are better than M&Ms. That is the fact of all facts.
And I use it as a
Potatoes
candy now.
are better than M&Ms. Yes, John from Cherry Hill. You know, John from Cherry Hill's Twitter account is John from Cherry Hill.
John is actually, it's so weird that you just said that, because
He wants to
John
send
from
us
Cherry Hill
messages.
just put through a thing asking if we can just call him John, not John from Cherry Hill.
Oh, that's really funny. Yes, we could.
So
Sorry,
I'm
John.
sorry.
My apologies. You're right.
Merlin12163 says Skittles though is obviously better than potatoes in a normal diet, right?
Go right ahead. Go right ahead. I still think it, yeah, probably could be. Yeah, so, other than that, I'm trying to think. Someone texted me this morning, I haven't heard from a while, said, how are you? And I said, I'm ridiculously sleep deprived. And I thought about it, and, my little one is like, giving us some issues. The 20-month-old. She's been up at 3 a.m. every day for the last week and then doesn't want to go back to sleep. And as soon as you wake her up, she says, no, as soon as she wakes up, she stands up and you pick her up, yes. Were you raising your hand?
Yeah, I
Just
give her
literally
what I
raising
did.
your hand.
Actually, Booba did the same thing at 3 o'clock in the morning last night.
What'd you do?
I just gave her the phone, and I was like, "Here, go watch a video." I don't care.
You are literally, and I mean this with all due
I am the
much
worst.
respect, the worst parent of all time.
Yeah, but
I mean, you gave her McDonald's French fries for dinner, and then at 3 a.m. you gave her
but
the
she
phone.
ate 3 of the McDonald's French fries.
But that's- you didn't
and
give
I
her
gave them to
3.
her. I gave her the same. I heated up the same bag for breakfast. And
Lance,
she didn't
Child
eat any of them.
services are going to take you away.
Child services are not going to take me away. It's
Oh my gosh.
she's a good kid. But yeah, 3 o'clock in the morning last night, she fell asleep at 7 o'clock. She
I know,
woke
that's
up
a very
at 3.
Sweet picture. It's a
So
very sweet picture.
yes.
But listen, Lance, I gotta tell you. So my kid wakes up at 3, and
Did you give her the phone?
Are you insane? I don't
Yes.
ever want to give her the phone. Never.
Why?
She doesn't get the phone unless she's awake, and it's not the phone she gets.
Put her
She
on
doesn't
the
get
Lego
phone.
model building thing.
The only time she gets any kind of television is when I have to get stuff done, and I have to put the two of them.
Oh,
and
you
watch
have a
an episode
TV in
of
your
Dora.
place. We don't
Yeah.
have a TV, but
Oh, because you have these things.
yeah, I
These
have a
things are
small TV
iPhones.
just like in case of emergency. But I actually didn't. I have all these large TVs that I got from my old house, like in
Yeah.
divorce, whatever. I haven't hooked them up. I'm like, no, we don't watch TV here. We're just like, I'd rather Alex play Lego.
Sure.
She builds Legos and we do
Well,
like
right.
toys and we play games.
That's smart.
And so like in the middle of the night, if she wants to watch a thing and it'll relax her, like why not? Like here's
Right.
here's a half-hour video.
But I just
she
don't
fell
think
right back to
it
sleep.
doesn't relax you though. It stimulates a part of your brain, and I know this because I've been told by a million people that is not very relaxing. But
They obviously haven't watched the Lego building videos
on YouTube. So I finally took YouTube off for Harper. Quinn doesn't watch the phone. Quinn
John
watches
says you're
Dora.
right and I'm wrong.
I know. Quinn watches Dora. And not only does she watch it, boy, she thinks they're her extended family. Yes, go on.
Larry says good morning, family.
Larry! Other member of our extended
Chris
family.
has a shout out from Chicago. Play Glue Shinobi gives you some hearts. John says hi, Larry.
Okay. John and Larry, you guys can have your little rendezvous. And,
We'll go on with the show.
yeah, we'll keep going.
Okay.
Whatever. I'm open. We're going to be here for a long time. So, get back to my story. Quinn cries at 3. And I go and I get her and I pick her up and I'm like, listen, it's time to sleep. And she goes, Steffi sleeping? I go, yeah. Harper sleeping? Yeah. Is Pop-Pop sleeping? Yeah, Pop-Pop's sleeping. Yeah, the whole gamut of who she knows. She goes through this and I go, we go through this every night. You're the only one not sleeping. And I'm not sleeping also. We're not sleeping, Quinn. It's time to go to sleep. She goes down for 20 minutes, breaks up again. I change her diaper because nobody wants to sit in a cold, wet diaper. I figured that was good. Another 20
Wait,
minutes.
nobody wants to sit in a cold, wet diaper?
Nobody.
Are you sure?
Nah, I did not poll everyone, but I am fairly confident that that's gross for her. So, I mean, I basically never went back to sleep. So I've been up since 3 again. And then she wakes up in the morning. She's like, let's play, moms. Let's play.
By the way, Booba fell asleep in 10 minutes. I fell asleep in 11 minutes, and we woke up at 6 o'clock. So I'm telling you, just trust me on this. The Lego, have her watch the Lego building video.
My kid
Have her watch the Lego
iPhone.
building video. Put it on your computer. Have her watch it.
They already watch those crazy things. They watch putting those plastic eggs together. Harper used to watch. Then she likes these people that make things out of Barbies where the Barbies are talking to each other. Like, she's obsessed with that. She's
Actually, I want to get the woman who does that video on the show. It's.
Oh my God, he's not even listening to me.
I'm listening to you. That
He's
you
having
have.
this conversation in a parallel line that I'm having my conversation. You see what I'm saying, Connor? Like this.
I know.
You are a member of my
Hassan is
family.
saying classical music.
I'm not putting on music in my. We live in a small apartment. We would all be affected by the classical music.
So
if I
one of
put it
my
on.
children actually had a serious sleeping problem, and when we went to the sleep specialist, he had me make up stories about nothing, and I would literally tell the story for like an hour. So it would be like, what he taught me to do was, okay, the bird took off.
How old was the kid?
She was about 7.
Oh.
No, I'm just saying, like,
Yeah. All right, mine is not even.
I've
2.
been blessed with 6 children, so I've had some of these issues, and
When are we allowed to have sugar again? Not soon enough.
some
17.
genius that I work with. I was in a restaurant the other night, and I was just like, "Yes, I'm sorry, I'm doing this thing at work," and they're like, "You're on a diet? Why?" I'm
know, I
like,
get
on
that
a
all the
diet
time.
because my boss is like, you know, a
Wants
little.
me thinner.
My boss
So I can model?
has
So I can model?
issues.
Wait, Lance, this is what I haven't asked you. What is the first thing you're gonna have on the day the diet's over? Be honest. The first food you're gonna have.
Beer.
Beer. Okay. Stephanie's off the diet. She had more. She made up for the beer that she didn't have for the first 10 days.
Oh yeah, I'm definitely just like.
Connor, what about you?
I mean, I don't think I'm in it enough that it would really matter. I don't
He hasn't
Yeah.
joined in.
I'll probably continue eating the way I am now.
Yeah.
So,
Okay.
I'm definitely gonna have a beer.
And what about food?
Food, you know, I'll say this, I'll give you credit. This is completely, you know, on a serious note, like, I'm completely going to keep most of the eating habits that I
That's
have
good.
here. So, yeah, like, one of the best, you know,
I thought somebody was getting shot.
that's okay, and you got over it quickly.
Well, we do have a show. I mean, what about the show? The show can't suffer. I mean, it's the show.
Right. No, I'm gonna keep a lot. Like, I think that there are a lot of good habits. Like, I literally, that first morning I woke up, I couldn't eat a single morsel of food in my apartment, in my place.
I know. You have to prepare
whatever
for
it
something
is.
like this. And for people that don't know, and how could you not know at this point? It's all we talk about. No grains, no dairy, no alcohol, no sugar.
I still don't know. I like the other
no
night I saw
lagoons.
edamame. I was like, yes, I can have edamame.
And then, like, the gloomy, doomy Jenna Wolf was like, no.
I do, yeah. So, like, so, like, I think, like, reincorporating some of those foods
Yeah.
into my diet will be good. I guess beans, but, like, it really got me off of the chocolate. Like, I seriously, like, by the time I got to the end of the diet, your diet, like, I just started having M&Ms and ice cream every day to keep weight on.
Yeah. Oh, that's crazy.
So,
Anyway, what they're building over there is a lot of construction. Is they're building a cupcake shop right across the street
Oh.
from the apartment. Literally, when you walk out, cupcake shop. So that's good. Let's say hi to some people.
all right.
We already said hi to Sheila. Mom, are you still watching? Mom says that sometimes she doesn't know what to say. Well, first she said I say too much. I reveal too much. Then she said sometimes she doesn't know what to say, and I say, Mom, are you there? And she literally, like, trips over furniture to get to the phone so that she could type in and say, hey,
The
I'm
red
here.
I just realized we have some red, so give us a minute. We're gonna have to move the microphone over here.
Was the microphone in the way?
The
Just the part that
just
you're
the little
reading?
part. I mean, like, it's not really affecting it, but Joe Hodge says fist pump, buddy. I guess that was the first.
Oh, by the way, Lance, before you get started, while he's doing that, last night Rock and Roll Debauchery, or Thursday night Rock and Roll Debauchery did their thing again.
Yes,
I follow them all on Instagram
it's
now.
weekly.
Yeah.
It's weekly every Thursday night.
Very
There are
cool.
2 more Thursday nights.
Yeah. Okay.
By the way, my son's basketball team had a game yesterday, and one of the kids on the team hit 7 3-pointers in the first quarter. It was insane.
Wow.
He had 26 points in the first quarter, but, like, he got fat. he hit a shot from half court.
I mean, it really lends itself towards what we had someone on here talking about, is when you're in a
In the zone.
you're in
Yeah,
a zone.
yeah.
And for people that don't understand what that means, it is so true. And you know who talks about that better than anyone is Kobe Bryant.
Right. I was actually, it's funny, I was texting his dad, because his dad actually went to a bat mitzvah. So I was texting his dad,
Right.
like texted me. He's like,
How's
I'm
my
like,
kid doing?
here's what's going on. I'm like, and their team's really good. So I'm like, well, they're in a game. It's 8-7. 4 minutes left. I'm like, oh, Duke, yeah, whatever. The kid just hit a three. Oh, he hit another three. He's like, wait, he hit another. I'm like, yeah, he hit another. Oh, he hit another three. It was like
Crazy.
he was having a hard time catching. I'm like, whoa, 4-point play. He's like, I'm at a bat mitzvah.
So funny.
I'm like, that may go down as
Yeah.
I was texting him. I said like, it may go down as like the worst parenting
Ever.
parental move ever
Ever.
from like a selfish perspective to miss
Sure.
your kid. And it was the
7
one
three-pointers.
7 3-pointers in a quarter.
Now, is
and he
the
ended
three-
up with 45 points.
Is the 3-point line in high school the same as college?
It's this. I think it's the same as college.
Just different
It
from
may
the
be a
close.
little bit closer, but he was hitting from
Way back.
like he was hitting, and it was. I texted his dad. I told his dad, I was like, it was the most amazing live shooting performance I've ever like I've seen live,
Yeah.
including the NBA. Like I'd not seen
awesome.
anything like that in person. I'm assuming that Steph Curry hit shots like that, but it was just crazy.
Connor, can you just make sure no one's dying over there?
Yeah.
Yeah, and if someone is dying, Connor, just
Yeah, let
take
me
care
know.
of it.
Okay, who are we saying?
Connor to the rescue.
Are you nervous
We're
to
good.
be on the other side? Because you went over to there like you were a little nervous.
You didn't go over there looking like
Yeah.
Well, I'm
Okay.
not scared of heights.
All right. All right, what do we got?
Debraska says hello, Jenna.
What's up, Debraska?
Lauren Trahan says,
Not
hey,
through
Jenna
really
and
fun,
Lance.
Roll Tide, Lauren.
Joe Hodge says, Jenna, buddy. He was the one who gave you the fist pump. Marcy says, morning, Jay.
Hey, Marcy, how you doing?
Vicky Kraft says, hi, Jay.
Hi, Vicky.
Robin Davis says, if it's live, November 2nd. I don't know what we were talking
Did I say November 3rd? No, November 2nd. I said November 2nd.
What was November 2nd?
He said if it's live, it's November 2nd. I said this morning, good morning, it's Monday, November 2nd.
Today's November 2nd?
Right? Isn't tomorrow the 3rd? Election day?
The 8.
Oh my God, I said November 2nd. Sorry, you're right. It's live and today's November 7th. I'm sorry, I'm all confused. Go ahead.
There's two of us.
No one stopped me when I said the second.
Robin Davis says, oh, did I hear wrong?
Yes.
Todd Brain says, Jenna Wolf, happy Monday. Hope you have an awesome week.
Thank you, Todd Brain. Great name.
Angela D. Harley says, hey Jenna, my phone rang while I was voting and the attendant quickly came over and told me no phones were allowed at the voting booth. Oops.
Hope you got your vote in.
Yeah. What do you think about the whole early voting thing?
I think it's horse poop.
Shouldn't everybody just vote the same?
Everybody should just go vote.
Be voting on the same information?
Yeah.
Okay, Mike Sulsky says, good morning from Kilroy, California.
Oh, I like the name Kilroy.
Or
Hi,
Gilroy.
Mike.
Gilroy.
Oh.
But it's Kilroy. I'm going with Gilroy. Marvin Kirschenbaum says, morning all.
Hey, Marvin.
Working from home. I can't read this. I'm working from home today, getting ready for tomorrow.
Yeah.
Todd Brain says, something red is blocking part of the camera. Yes, Todd. I noticed that a little bit later. Marvin Kirschenbaum says, lost 3 pounds last week, back on track, 45 pounds down since 12/13/15.
Nice, Marv.
Lauren
Really proud of you.
Trahan says, almond milk lattes are delicious. Sheila Greenfeld Wolfeld,
Mom. What
says,
did
good
she
morning, Jenna, Lance, and Connor. That was the earlier one I
say?
read.
Hi, Mom. Feel free to tune in again.
John Piet says, good morning from Baltimore.
Good morning, John.
Deborah Foley with a Keep Calm Vote Hillary picture as her thing says, any comments regarding the election as we get down to the wire? I'm staying positive and celebrating Hillary's win. There has to be more love than hate in the USA.
Yeah, look, what I thought was really funny, you want to talk politics now or just get through the comments and then we'll talk politics?
Why not just we'll have maybe some more politics later.
Let's
but
pause for crime. Let me tell you why. There's a hospital 4 blocks up where my little ones were born. And I think that's what, I think it's,
Which hospital is that? That's like,
well, they were bought out. It was Roosevelt. Now it's Mount Sinai. Okay, carry on. Oh, did you say you want to talk politics?
we can talk later.
Okay.
Let's save it for later.
We'll save it for later. That means you'll have to stick around because I'm sure you
Politics.
care what I have to say about politics.
Politics is a big, and I think we're interested in what everybody has to say about
Yeah, I
politics.
want to know. So, rev yourself up. Get
Yeah,
yourself all
let's
revved
see.
up.
Let's see. It's certainly an interesting time. John Piet wanted to know what the red object in the bottom right corner of the screen
That was Lance's incompetency.
That's
Competence.
Lance's legendary, at this point, incompetency. Marvin Kirschenbaum wants to know, Lance, you do not appear old enough to have grandkids. Marvin, I assure you, I'm old enough.
He's old enough. Trust me.
Margie Shore says,
Probably Margie.
Margie Shore, I'm sorry, I do that all the time.
Sorry, Marge.
Margie Shore says, I miss New York City. Marvin Kirschenbaum says, Friday's shoot was really good. Thanks for doing it.
Marv is like our super fan. Marv, John,
Yes.
Lauren Strahan, and
We have a bunch more.
Tony.
yeah, Tony Kendall.
Yeah.
Tony's not even here. Tony probably has to work. Go on. Keep going.
Josh Glad says good morning.
Josh, we
Joshy!
were talking about you earlier.
We were just talking about you. We want to get your friend on the show. Why aren't you here? Josh, you should leave work and come sit here. No joke. Tell him to come down.
I'll let you know what he says.
Absolutely come sit here with us. We talk about you all the time. You might as well come join us today. Today's a great day for it. Okay, go on.
Michelle Sausher says, can't wait to hear what you're going to say about Marathon Sunday.
Oh, I'm excited. My friends know this.
Steve
because every year-
Weatherford, something for you.
Stevie, you passed by too quickly, and I didn't hear what you had to say. So come back and say it again. Steve, you also have to come here. We have to do like a push-up off or something. Yeah, where you will do 612 and I'll do my 18, and then brag.
Are you
about
playing
my
18 holes of golf?
No, I'll do 18 push-ups and
18
brag about it
push-ups.
while he walks around with his 620 push-ups. Do you know what I like about Steve?
Oh, no, that was John from Cherry Hill asking about Weatherford picking you up in your arms.
I know. Did you see that? You know what? Yeah,
saw
he
that.
picks me up at this event. Steve is as passionate as he seems to be. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Like he really,
there are
really
people that are really...
eats, lives, breathes everything that he talks about. Which you're probably like, so who doesn't? Well, a lot of people
do.
in this industry.
A lot of people are going
do.
through the motions.
Right. Like I'd like to pride myself on the fact that I do the same thing. If I talk about a product, I love the product. If I don't, I don't. Everything I talk about with passion because I truly, truly believe it. Like if I offer to help you, I really want to help you. But you either love that or you hate that about somebody. Anyway, go on.
Why would you hate that about somebody?
Some people feel like it's too much. Like you're too involved. Like just take a step back already. Anyway.
Some Michelle Shawsher was actually asking about the 25th anniversary of Lance Lafer running the New York City Marathon.
Let me tell you my marathon thing. And this is zero, and please, let me tell you, it's zero disrespect to marathon runners. To put your body through 26.2 is not only like incredible and beyond impressive, it's a little unnatural. Like we weren't made to run 26.2 miles. Like not today we weren't.
We
Maybe back
were
in the
made,
day.
though, to just eat a diet free of legumes.
Well, anyway, it's very difficult. I have no issue with running 26.2 miles. Like if you want to go run that, go run that. The issue that I have with it, and of course I'm saying this as like a frustrated non-runner because of my knee. The issue I have with it is the pre, but more importantly, the post hoopla, the ridiculousness that is surrounded by the marathon. So now, weeks leading up to it, not the day of or the day before or the week before, but weeks leading up to every social media post, training for the NYC Marathon, just ran my 10.8, on my way up to 15.6, almost done with the 18.2, just signed up and registered, can't wait to get into it. It's inundated, right? Now 2 days before, you get pictures, registered for the marathon, have my bib, here's my number, fainting my face, it's all of it, right? Now the day before, eating my pasta, inside, have my things ready, picture of my shoes right by the door, have my alarm clock set, you see the pictures of every single thing going on. Now it's Marathon Sunday, and if you're not running it, you better hunker down. Because if you think you're getting outside in this city at any point yesterday, you got another thing coming. Forget going to the east side. But it's not an option. There's no way to cross town. the west side could be burning up in flames, and the cops will say, I'm sorry, you really can't get east, the marathon. So you really have to stay on the west side. So you hunker down and you wait till it to be over, and then you think, okay, the marathon's over, we can all get out. No, I don't think so. Now, all 75,000 people who cross the finish line, they get one of those tinfoil, and maybe it's changed in the last 3 years. I haven't been out in public in the last. You get the tinfoil wraparound, right? Now, out of every 10 people, 8 of those people hold on to the tinfoil, and 2 of those people let it go. So now you have a city full of big tinfoil that's just crawling down the street, whippity, 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 like hay bales, going all over the place. People are walking around with their medals. They're taking up every coffee shop in the world where they sit there. Go home and take a shower. You deserve it. Get a massage, lie down, be with your friends, anything. But then to go right from there to sit in like every single coffee shop in the world where they sit there with all the tinfoil and the medals and their plastic bag full of like with the clothes they've been carrying, and they're all sitting. You can't get a coffee. You can't walk in. There's like shoes everywhere, all over the place. That's not enough. Okay, so you get through Sunday. Now it's Monday morning. You go to work. You think, all right, got through the weekend. No, because they're still wearing their medals. Not just Monday. Tuesday and Wednesday they're wearing the medals. Everybody gets a medal. It's not like it's a first or second place finish, which I'm more than happy to do. Like, I got a medal for running a Spartan race, which let me tell you was really, really hard. It's like 10 miles. It's 11 miles worth of obstacles, and you're not just running on flat ground. I wore the medal until I got in the car, and then I put it in my glove compartment and I drove home. And it's great. I appreciate it. But to see with the medals, now Michelle Sersher, who emailed me on her bed, I don't know if she still has this since she got married, every medal, and she's one of my best friends, every medal the woman ever won in her entire life is literally hung over her bed thing. And some of them were like a 3K, a 1K. I crossed the street. Here's your medal. It's hung over the side with a wall full of bibs. Some are ripped with the numbers and the safety pin. It's like an entire thing. And I just have to say, I'm over it. I can't do it anymore. It's very, very hard. You combine that with the fact that it's my parents' birthday every single year on Marathon Sunday, and they always want to go to like, oh, we'll go to a steakhouse the night before. You're not getting into any steakhouse the night before because the marathoners are all carbo loading. So they're eating the steak with the pasta. No one's getting into anything, so we changed it to a brunch because
everybody thinks you're angry just because you missed out on your sleep last night.
Oh, I haven't slept in about 3 years. It wasn't just last night. B, I can't run.
And Larry
because
says
I have
it's the same
arthritis
reason
in
you're
my
against
knee.
Trump, which is anything traffic related.
Oh yeah, I have a big thing against traffic. As I told you, if Trump wins, and he lives in New York, they're shutting down New York City. You're never getting anywhere in Midtown. Guess where I live? Midtown.
Right.
All right.
When's the Trump marathon gonna
Wait, did
be?
Michelle write back and thank me so much? Michelle and Josh Glatt and Marcy love my whole. What did
Your
Josh
whole
say?
routine.
So what Josh says, he's in Bethpage.
Okay.
And then he says, just admit it, you, and then all caps, can't stand marathoners, can't stand you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Can't stand you.
Michelle says that's the Jenna I know and love.
Mm-hmm. She hears it every year, and now you all heard it too. And I'm going to say this a million times. It is zero disrespect for the runners because what you train and what you put your body through to do that is amazing.
I will say, actually, there's like, when you finish, like you think it's going to be some huge celebration, like
It's
you
not.
just went through this whole
You know
thing.
what?
It is like one of the like biggest downward spirals.
Out of the way.
It's like,
People are running.
oh,
Get out of the way.
That was the whole thing?
Yeah.
Like, that was it? And
Yeah.
like, it was like, I know for me it was just painful. Like, by the time you're done, it was just like your body.
It's not good for your body.
Yeah,
How many
like
people
when I hit like the 24th mile in Central Park, my back just had like, I'd never had back problems when I was running, and I just hit like back pain like you couldn't believe. But thankfully I was carrying Advil with me, and I just started like every
Popping
2
it.
blocks I was taking more Advil.
No, it's tough. Anyway, okay. Let's keep going because
all
I'm
right.
a little embarrassed that you had to hear all of that.
All right, Lauren Trahan wants us to come do a show in Rhode Island.
Great, Lauren, we will.
Lauren, email me at lafer@gmail.com.
Lauren, he's serious.
Yeah, email me an itinerary or what we should be doing there.
Yeah, pick 3 or 4
Pick
things
a
we
few
can do.
things we
We'll
can
actually
do.
come and do it. Just make sure you have
John 9818 wants to know if you speak Spanish.
Yo hablo un poquito español. My dad is Puerto Rican, so
You know there are more Latino voters than black voters?
you think Trump is happy now that he called Latinos what he called them way back when? Now that he really needs the vote?
Yeah, I don't know.
Well, that was more rhetorical, but go on.
Oh. I'm sorry.
That's okay.
I thought you were asking a question. Robin Jacobs says the weather looks great there. Hope
It's
you had a
gorgeous.
great weekend. Good
Thank
mama.
you. Thanks, Robin. I appreciate it.
Becky Puthoff, and I'm sorry, Becky, there's no chance of me getting your name correct. I apologize. Have you tried Ezekiel bread made from sprouts? Just wondering what your thoughts are on
It's great. I love Ezekiel bread. Really, really good for you. When I come off this, that's what I eat.
it. It's
when I
regular bread.
eat. It's regular bread, but it's completely hearty. It's not like enriched Nysium, whatever, with the bread they use. If you're going to do it, Ezekiel bread is the best bread to use.
Stacy Moulton says she misses your workouts you would post every day.
I know. Lance, we got to figure out a way to...
We should gotta figure out a way,
to do that. I'll finish your sentence for you.
okay. John was, okay. On to the next here. Sheila says, yes, I'm here. Tony Kendall
All
says,
right.
hi, I'm turning 35 in 2 days.
Tony, happy early birthday, my friend.
Right. Judy Simmons says, hi, Jenna.
Hi, Judy.
Heather Kellogg says, hi, Jenna from Oregon.
Hi, Heather.
Scott Halwarda says, good morning.
Hi, Scott.
Lisa McMurray says it's the 7th.
I know. I'm sorry. I said the second. My apologies.
Michelle Camilletti says, you need to get some sleep.
I know. I'm really tired. I'm sorry.
K-Jax Bailey says, early voting is silly. Like, can we vote now for the 2020 election? Like,
Yeah,
what's
right? It's crazy.
Levon Clark says, no politics, yuck. Ran 8
agree.
miles on Saturday, same thing. Longest ever.
Nice. Congratulations.
Joey Palmisano says, beautiful, Jenna. Amy Walter says, morning, Jenna, I'm digging your pants. What kind of
Oh,
pants do
okay.
you have
So
on
let me
today?
tell you why. Because they're not mine. I can't wear Steph's clothes until she leaves for work, but how cool are these pants? They're hers, and she's not watching. Aren't they awesome? Totally Steph's. She's got the best taste in clothes. If you are
that
ever
her
even
scarf also?
Yep. If you're even contemplating if you're a woman and you're contemplating being with another woman and you're not sure if it's for you, let me just run down the pros. Number 1 through 10.
This is a recruiting video for your squad?
Number 1 through 10, double your wardrobe, just like that. 11 through 20, whatever you want. I don't know about your feelings and your sexual persuasion, whatever it is.
But as long as
1
you get
through
an
10,
outfit.
double the wardrobe, my friend. But I'm going to take a quick second to just say, I had an incredibly...
John says you stole that from a Seinfeld double wardrobe.
Yep,
That was-
Jerry, right there. Double. I even did the line with the same
Right.
thing, right there. Double your wardrobe. I didn't get a chance to work out. Friday I shot the show all day. Saturday was insane. Sunday was insane. And then this is the longest. This is day 4. It's the longest I've ever. I'm working out tonight, but it's the
Oh, that's
longest I've
maybe why
ever
you're
gone
so
without
angry.
working out. Yeah, I'm also angry. So what I'd like to do is
Maybe you and Connor can do it.
I'd like to do like something with Connor,
Connor.
whenever you think. Maybe at the top of the hour. Maybe at 12.
whenever.
Connor and I'll
We'll
do
get.
something.
We have stuff. We have. Yeah.
One of our
Fine.
segments will be squeeze in a quick workout with Connor. Okay?
Squeezing in Connor.
In your clothes. That's just a terrible sentence, Lance. That's not a
Oh,
good
I'm sorry.
sentence.
Squeezing in a workout with Connor.
There you go.
Sorry.
Otherwise, Connor's mom is going to be very,
Okay.
yeah.
Sorry.
Yep.
No offense meant. Okay. Levon Clark says,
Justin?
much better than the election marathon is positive.
Yeah.
Michelle, I had discussed earlier. Erin Galtal, she says it's a personal question, so let me read it first. Okay, so it's a personal question for you. She wanted to know, if it's too personal, I understand. How did you and Steph decide what the kids would call you? Is there somebody here, Connor?
Looks like it. Sorry.
How did you and Steph decide what the kids will call you all? We have friends that decided to be mommy and mama to their babies.
So all the advice that we got from people was let the kids decide. Let them just call you what they'll call you, and it'll all sort of shake out the way it's supposed to shake out. So when I was a little kid, my brother couldn't pronounce my name, Jennifer.